some days, and all I do is crap. Yeah, and I'm blind some days, so I hit my head a lot. And this caused a lot of damage in my brain. So the only thing that I can do that helps is bust out some organ. And even then I'm crying my eyes out, because what is this fuck?
Yeah, so today's drink is dirty chai latte. These instant chai lattes from Tesco are amazing. You just stick them in the velvetizer and mwah, they are beautiful. Welcome back to another pickups video on the channel. No CEX today. These are the games I ordered from eBay. I always find eBay is a little bit hit and miss on the prices. I always like search by newly listed. You can grab a bargain on eBay. Basically the same games on CEX would have cost me £70 because they charge individual postage for every game, which is absolutely crazy. Why can't you just order everything and then pay one lot of postage? I don't understand, so I had to go on and seek and source these games out individually on eBay. Also, a fantastic subscriber sent me a couple of PS3 games. He had like spares, so he reached out and said, would I like to have these? And I was like, yes please. So Joby Gamer, absolute legend, mate. And I'll show them off now actually. I'll start with the games that my wonderful subscriber sent me. The first one is Batman Origins, Arkham Origins. Now I did play this back in the day. I think I played it on Xbox. It's like the origin story to the wonderful Batman Arkham series. Arkham Asylum is probably in my top 10 video games of all time. Absolutely love it. At the moment I'm currently playing through it again on Nintendo Switch. I've done it on every single platform you could imagine. I love that game. Arkham City was alright. I've only ever finished it once, so that's another game I'd like to ideally go and revisit. Then you got Arkham Origins, which I've only beaten once and I don't really remember much about it, so I'm really excited to go back through this on PS3. And again, the second one is a game that I've played and I own on various systems. I own this on Switch, I own this on PC, I think I own it on Xbox, but now I own it on PlayStation 3. Dragon's Dogma. This is an RPG by Capcom. Very kind of underrated. It's quite difficult, but it's decent. It's a good game. It's really unique for its time actually. A very kind of unique RPG. I've only ever gone through it the once, so I don't remember a great deal. It's one of those games that I see all the time cheaply and I pick it up because I have kind of fond memories. So that's a game that I'm definitely looking forward to going back through when I kind of get the time. So Joby Gamer, thank you so much for these. Really, really appreciate them. They go straight into my collection. Before we get into the other games, when I got my PS2 out of the loft, I'd noticed all three controllers I had have stick drift. So I went on Amazon and picked up this kind of PS2 controller. Obviously it's a third party controller. I think it was like 10 quid or less. I've got to say I'm really impressed. The buttons feel good. They're clicky. The analog sticks feel good. It's got a good rumble feature. You can tell it's not an official controller, but for the price it's really, really decent, and the games feel great on it from kind of what experience I've had. So I'll leave the link to this in the description if you're looking for like a cheap PS2 controller. Check this out. I've got Libby just doing dances right in front of the camera. I can't even concentrate. Hi, you alright?
Yeah.
There's me trying to film a serious video. There's Libby doing all these kind of TikTok dances. What was that, TikTok?
No, I was just moving.
I was playing some Simpsons Road Rage last night, and Libby's like, I was trying to talk to Libby about it, and she had no clue. Retro gaming, Libby. Am I old?
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Shout out to be here soon.
Okay. I only picked up the one PS3 game on eBay. Am I doing this all wrong? Should I be focusing in on one system, or is kind of doing two systems the right thing to do? because, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I've now completed my Killzone trilogy. This is Killzone 3. A great game, probably the best in the series graphically. Obviously, it was a later PS2 title. It even has PlayStation Move features, which is crazy. Do you remember Kinect on Xbox? That was a failure, wasn't it? Kinect. Same with the Move. I think the Move was slightly more popular. But Killzone 3, again, it's just another first-person shooter taking on the Hellgast. Again, really kind of decent memories of this. I like the Killzone trilogy. The rest are all PlayStation 3 games. PlayStation 3? The rest are all PS2 games. I'll start with the most expensive. The Simpsons Road Rage. Basically, I don't want to say knockoff. It's a reimagining of Crazy Taxi, which is a Sega game. A classic, an arcade game, a real cult classic, where you basically have to pick people up, drive them around town as quick as possible. And this is what this game is, but in the Simpsons universe. All fully voiced characters, all playable characters. Springfield, you can explore at your leisure. Really good game. I way prefer this to Crazy Taxi. I loved The Simpsons back in the day. I was a huge fan growing up. It was my childhood. Obviously, the TV show aired in 1990, so you know, I was only like 6-7 years old, so I kind of grew up with The Simpsons. So this was a really good game. You don't get Simpsons games anymore. I think the last one was it Hit and Run or The Simpsons game? But back in the day of PlayStation, like they were really putting out the Simpsons games. You had Simpsons skateboarding, you had Simpsons wrestling, but the best of the bunch for me personally, I know people like Hit and Run, but for me, it's the Simpsons Road Rage. Just a really fun game to stick on. Because you were in the bathroom and I couldn't do my hair. Bailey's like, why are you wearing a beanie? Because I wanted to do this video. Bailey was having a shower and my hair's a mess, so I just thought, right, I'll stick on a beanie. What else we got? I'll show this one off. This is a classic. I do want to collect all of them in the series. This was one of the stronger ones for me personally. That is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Back in the day when skateboarding was all the rage, the Tony Hawk's series, they don't need any introduction. They made so much money. They were huge, but they were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't a skater. I did go through a phase of wearing baggy jeans, kind of like Converses, and you know, I did think myself of a bit of a skater boy, but I could never skateboard. The few times I tried, I fell off. But yeah, all because of this game. I really wanted to be a skateboarder. I thought it was really cool. But Tony Hawk's 4 was, for me, one of the best in the series before they got a bit silly, where you could get off your board and run around and explore. I quite like the first 4, where you could just stay on the board and it's just a simple tricks game. The campaign was simple. The level design was really good. I think this is the one with Alcatraz, which is one of my favourite levels. So it's just basically the same kind of concept. Collect skate, collect combo, do tricks, do silly little things in quite linear level designs. For me, Tony Hawk's 4 was one of the best ones. I think I first ever had this on the original Xbox. So I'm looking forward to playing through that again. Sled Storm. Now this is a game I feel it's gone under the radar. It doesn't often get spoken about. It's a EA big title, so EA Sports Big, which was like the SSX Tricky, Freakstyle, and of course Sled Storm. I think they've done NBA Street as well. So they've done kind of big, wacky takes on like proper sports. But you know, Sled Storm for me is an underrated game. A lot of people kind of consider it similar to SSX series, but not as good. I personally probably, you know, if you had a gun to my head, I'd probably choose this. I had so many fond memories of this, but it's difficult. You know, the difficulty spikes on this game is huge. It starts off relatively easy, but it gets increasingly challenging. So it's quite a tough game. But again, it's just linear levels, downhill, doing tricks and stuff for scores and trying to beat your other competitors. I felt like games are way more simple back in the day. It's a simple game, but it's fun. It is just fun, nothing too serious. So Sled Storm, I think that was literally 3 or 4 quid. So again, very, very reasonable. That's why you collect for the PS2. Games are like cheap as chips, literally. Another, I said I wouldn't be collecting sports games, but boxing I think is allowed, especially when it's like a fun arcadey boxing game, and that's exactly what this game is. Ready to Rumble 2. Afro Thunder there on the cover. This was amazing. This, Fight Night Round 3 and possibly the Rocky game were the best boxing games, hands down in my opinion. This was more, of course, arcadey and fun. But first had this on the Dreamcast, which is probably the best version of the game. But yeah, it's just a fun boxing game with power-ups and specials. Really cool, unique individual characters with, like, they had funny sayings, they all had their kind of special abilities. Really quirky, silly, just fun. I really, really like Ready to Rumble boxing, and again, a couple of quid for an incredible boxing game. And the last one is a game that I don't think anybody talks about. It's a really obscure game, very, very kind of groundbreaking in my opinion. It done things that a lot of games done later on. Splashdown 2 Rides Gone Wild. Now, I never actually played the original Splashdown. This was the first one I played by THQ. It's a very, very good game. If you liked kind of Wave Race 64, stuff like that, you would love this. It is just a jet ski game where you go along courses doing tricks, so it's very kind of similar to all the other jet ski games, but this was very unique in terms of the level would change during the race. You know, the level would completely change. So 1 minute it's like sunny, tropical, and then it's you have like a thunderstorm, and it's suddenly changed, and it's like a pirate kind of theme on lap 2. It's completely weird and wacky and wonderful. Like I said, it just completely transformed the way you play, because it was never the same. The course would change during the race, which throws you off a little bit. So that is a very unique feature. I think a lot of games kind of adopted that later on. I remember Sonic Racing, I think it was 2, Transformed, done that. Very, very underrated game, underappreciated game. I think this is about 5 quid. So I will do a Let's Play video of this on my other channel where I put all my Let's Play videos. So if you are interested in seeing some gameplay, go check out the channel, it's linked below. But yeah, I love this game, so much fun. So that's it, that's my recent pickups, all from eBay, and like I said, the subscriber, Geordie Gamer, sent me those 2 as well, so they go straight into the collection. Already I'm struggling, not because of the cost, but because of the space. I've forgotten how much space physical games take up. Literally, you know, digital, all stored to the hard drive, Bob's your uncle. But yeah, these things, you can see they're quite big, they're quite bulky. You know, it's difficult to find space for them all, but we'll do it. So yeah, that's my kind of recent pickups. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you like these kind of videos, let me know, and I'll do more. I've got to kind of slow down on the pickups because, like I said, I'm running out of space. We'll figure something out, I'm sure. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, check out the second channel for all the Let's Plays. We've been going through Army of 2 over there, Simpsons Road Rage, loads of different games. We're going to do some N64 playthroughs as well. Go check that out, and I'll see you over there, and I'll see you the next one here. Bye for now. Bye for now.
I'm not gonna do this again. Or do I? I say fuck it, I'm a lap. No.